Stage 17 of Giro d'Italia, 219 kilometres, destination Calais today. Almost cruel, really, that we still have some lumps, especially early morning after the efforts of yesterday. There's a second category climb that announced the climbing. Came very, very quickly today. In fact, with 203 kilometres remaining, Roland rolling over it ahead of Moritz and Pavel Brut.
Here's the top of the final second category climb today. So Pierre Roland taking maximum points there over both, so adding 30 to his classification. Although he does sit some way behind Michael Landa, of course, now. 124 points for Landa. Pierre Roland will have moved himself up to 71.
Where's Pierre Roland?
I think he's probably been dropped on the descent again. We've seen it time and time again when he's been in the breakaway that he hasn't been the most comfortable going down the other side of the climbs.
Here we are, Pierre Roland. He doesn't look best motivated now, does he?
Does he? I'm sort of wondering whether he's got a problem. He's certainly dropping back pretty quickly.
Oh, and it started to happen. It started to happen. I'm afraid the grind has got to grind somebody to potentially, I'm afraid, dust. And it has happened. He's gone pop, and Pavel Brut looks white as a sheet here.
I should probably start my clock, shouldn't I? See what the exact time gap is for Matej Mohoric as he goes over the top. There we go, just started it now.
What about Nairo Quintana and his performance yesterday as he slings a bottle and comes off his bike? Well, you know what, I was going to say, he looks like he's labouring just a little bit, and all of a sudden he gets himself out of shape again.
Well, the intermediate sprint coming slightly later than the road book suggested, at just after the 40k to go marker, and it's picked up there by Daniel Teklahainot, the Eritrean champion, who's up there in the intermediate sprints classification. But still just one man doing the work on the front, Matej Mohoric, and he'll be left there as long as he's got any energy to do the work.
That's a man who's done a lot of work.
Yeah, Matej Mohoric, what a day he has had. I hope he manages to recover tonight.
Here we go, it's time to launch those attacks. We're expecting them to come, and Omar Freire goes.
Well, it looks like Conti's going again. He's a man that you can't keep down, but at the same time, I'm not sure it does him all that much good because he leaves a lot of energy out on the road. Although, having said that, this is one of those moments where they've begun looking at each other, and Conti all of a sudden finds himself with a pretty decent gap over the rest.
And they're rolling with it, and they're still not done. Here we go. Is it Conti again who's having a dig? Conti working for Rui Costa, and he's being traced right now, and TJ's gone with him. Here we are. They've got no other option than to join the fun.
How much has Freire got in his left? Where's the next attack coming from? It's Pierre Roland again.
It is. Roland rolls off and goes for it, and this is a proper dig by Pierre Roland. Well, it's more of an incline than we thought, and it's turned out to suit him, turning himself into a bit of a breaker. Now they're going to let him hang for a little while.
It's pretty flat now all the way in towards the finish, and in fact there are a couple of smaller sections of downhill, and that's an extremely significant gap, Carlton. It's going to take some serious chasing from these riders behind if they want to bring him back before the end.
He was in the very start of the day's break, and indeed he's always been in a position to pounce. Pounce he has, and he takes this for his team, but more than that for himself. Help yourself, Pierre. You've earned it. Trying to find a way through his Divinians as well, and they'll light this up behind, and it looks like it's indeed going to be Rui Costa that just pushes himself towards the end. But I'm afraid 23 seconds of a deficit, and there it is. This means an awful lot to this team. They had a 2-year gap, which was broken in California, of World Tour wins, and now they've got a Grand Tour win to add to their tally.
Comfortable win in the end for Pierre Roland, ahead of Rui Costa in second place. Gorka Izagirre in third, previous stage winner, of course, just in front of his teammate. He out-sprinted Rory Sutherland.
Tom Dumoulin maintains his lead, narrowed yesterday, of course, to 31 seconds. Let's see what Quintana and Nibali can do to close that gap tomorrow when we head back to the high mountains.